Chances are that you're doing better financially than you think, even if it feels like you're not making any forward progress. It seems like everyone else is able to buy what they want as if they have no worries about money. Whether it's people you see on social media, your friends, or your family, it's as if no one else is concerned about money. What you see of their situation isn't the whole picture, though. You're likely only seeing the good parts. Take a look at these signs that you're actually doing very well financially. They might open your eyes. My name is Chris, and I help teach people about money, personal finance, and investing. If you're interested in improving your financial future, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if this video is helpful. You have freedom of choice when it comes to work. You might have a friend or family member who can't stand their job but isn't able to try anything else. They either have no savings or they spend everything they earn, and a new job might mean a temporary pay cut that they simply couldn't afford. If you have flexibility when it comes to what you do for work and you're not stuck doing the same job because you can't afford to do anything else, you're doing quite well. For example, you're able to go to work for another employer providing more opportunity, or you're able to start a business of your own that has the potential to make you more money and provide you more freedom. Having the ability to change things up if you're not liking where you are is a huge advantage. If you have the ability to change jobs or try something new, remember that you're doing well. Spending doesn't make you happy. If you've recognized that spending money just for the sake of buying things doesn't make you happy, at least for more than a few minutes, you're doing quite well. The reason being is that if you think money buys happiness and aimlessly spending unlimited amounts of money means you'll be happy, you're going to waste countless dollars that you'll never see again. This behavior makes it nearly impossible to get ahead financially, but if you understand that spending doesn't make you happy, it's so much easier to move forward. Falsely believing that buying stuff will make you happy is not good, but understanding that buying things doesn't translate into happiness means you're doing better than most. More often than not, buying stuff only provides short-term satisfaction, and if you realize this, consider yourself lucky. You don't sweat the small things. If you can afford to buy things without worrying about how much you're going to pay for them, you're richer than you think. This doesn't mean you have the money to buy literally anything you could ever want, like a mansion, a yacht, or a fleet of luxury vehicles. It means you can spend money on things within reason if you really want them. For example, if you really want to grab lunch out, you can afford that without having to worry. Or if you want to stop and grab a coffee, you can do that. If your car needs an unexpected repair, you'll be able to cover it without worry. If you can't afford everything under the sun but can still buy small things that you want, this is great. Sure, there are some people who can buy everything under the sun, but this is very uncommon, and comparing yourself to these people isn't healthy. By comparing yourself to these select few, you're always going to feel behind. You're on track to reach your goals. Being on track to achieve your goals means more than one thing. Firstly, it means you have goals that you're working towards. This in itself is incredibly powerful. It also means you have a plan to reach them, and it means you're moving closer to them. This is more than can be said for nearly everyone who has no goals or direction when it comes to money. They don't know what they need in order to reach financial freedom, they don't know what they want, and they're not doing anything to move forward. Even if you're not reaching them quite as quickly as you'd like and it's taking a little while to get there, you're still doing a great job, especially if you're moving towards your goals consistently. It might not seem like a big deal, but being on track to reach your goals, making slow and steady progress shows that you have excellent discipline and are in it for the long haul. You're saving and investing. It's not enough to choose one or the other when it comes to saving and investing. These are two very different things that have very different tasks. Money put into savings is generally used for shorter-term financial goals, like saving up for a vacation or accumulating the down payment for a home, while investments are long-term assets that are likely going to appreciate in value and often carry you through your retirement. A large amount of people aren't doing either of these things, instead spending everything they earn. Either they lack the discipline and knowledge to make it a priority, or they don't earn enough money. If you're in the habit of putting money into investments and into savings, this is a sign you're doing extremely well. You don't need to be saving 40 or 50% of your income to take it as a positive sign. Even if you're not saving and investing quite as much as you'd like, it's still a great thing. You're in control of your finances. When you think of money, does it feel like it controls every aspect of your life, or do you feel like you have control over the decisions you make? Are you confident when it comes to your income, budget, and your goals, or do you feel overwhelmed when you think of these things? Being in control means you have the ability to increase your income through various avenues, cut out expenses if you need to free up some room in your budget, and make other changes instead of being stuck on the same trajectory. It means you feel good about your current situation and you're optimistic about your future. Being in control of your finances means you're doing well and will continue to thrive. You don't increase your lifestyle. Not increasing your lifestyle by spending more money and living more lavishly because you deserve to means you're doing very well when it comes to money. It means you understand the importance of keeping your expenses far below your earnings. It's okay to spend a little more money as your earnings increase, but not increasing at the same rate as your income is a major key to financial advancement. Let's say your income increases 15%. Those that are irresponsible with money would immediately begin spending that additional 15%. Now they can afford a larger car payment and they can afford to eat at fancier restaurants. If you make it a habit to increase the gap between your income and expenses, this is an excellent sign you're doing extremely well and will continue to do well as time goes on. Those that are good with money might spend 5% of that raise and put the additional 10% right into savings or investments. You can comfortably afford your housing. If you can afford to pay your rent or your mortgage without being completely broke at the end of the month, this is actually an accomplishment. Even though it doesn't feel like much of an achievement, something this simple opens more doors for you. Think of someone who can barely afford their rent or mortgage. They're not in a great financial state compared to those who can comfortably afford that expense. Having money left over after covering your housing costs demonstrates that you're not overspending on this one part of your budget and you know how to allocate your income. You might not be living in your dream home, but it's an indication of your overall financial health. Those that have money left over after taking care of what's almost always the largest expense means they can invest, pay down debt, and make financial progress, and the dream home will be on its way. You might be thinking, what's so great about these accomplishments? These are just basic financial measures. This is not the mindset you want to have. While it might be true that these are simple achievements, it's important to recognize these signs that demonstrate that you're actually better off than you think. You might not be ultra rich and able to buy anything you could possibly want, but that doesn't mean you're doing poorly. In fact, if all you can do is compare yourself to the billionaires of the world, you're going to be disappointed.